This is the plaintiff, Jeff Vinci. He says he towed the defendant's truck, which was illegally parked at an apartment complex he was contacted by, and is still owed money from the tow and wants it because towing a truck is hard work. He's suing for $301, the amount he's due. This is the defendant, William Longo. He says he came out of his new wife's building one day and his truck was gone. There wasn't one parking sign on the property, so he thought it had been stolen. He called the cops, who automatically checked their records for a tow before investigating a theft. There was no record of a tow, and it was later discovered the plaintiff is not licensed and doesn't have any authority to tow cars from that property. The plaintiff was forced to return money to him and now has sour grapes about it and filed this frivolous lawsuit. He's accused of parking where he shouldn't. The defendant's filed a countersuit for $700 for all he's been put through.
Okay. JV Towing and Recycling Incorporated, represented here by Jeff Vinci?
Yes.
Okay. Vinci or Vinci?
Vinci.
Vinci. You are suing William Longo for $301 that you feel you are owed by him from a tow that you did of his truck, correct?
That's correct.
All right, and you are counterclaiming $700, 500 of it for time lost from work, and 200 of it for a tow that you had to pay for that you now regret. Okay, tell me what's going on here.
Mr. Longo illegally parked on private property. The property owners contacted me to tow his van away.
What kind of private property? A building, an apartment building?
I have an explanation.
Well, I'd like you to hear your explanation. I don't want to just read your letter. What kind of private property? An apartment building?
It was a co-op.
A co-op. And what had happened? He had left what kind of vehicle?
He abandoned his van.
What kind of van?
It was a Chevy Astro van.
When they called you, do you know how long it had been there?
They said it was there for 8 to 10 days, which is in the letter I just gave.
Okay, and go on. Now, this letter is a letter from the president of the co-op?
That's correct.
Okay. Saying that they met with a police officer on January 6th regarding an abandoned van that had been there for over a week, told us the name of the person it was registered to. We determined that that person did not live in our co-op community. And they're telling me that they found out that the defendant here visits or lives in the community next door. Okay. All right, so they asked you to tow. Okay.
That's correct.
And then what happens?
I towed the defendant's vehicle.
Okay.
I stored it for 2 days.
Okay.
I delivered it. He paid me.
$375. Was he mad?
$375. Oh, yeah, he was angry.
What was he saying?
He called a couple of times trying to
Did you think your car was stolen?
Yeah, at first I did.
Right, that's the first thing everybody thinks.
Of course.
Unless they, like, know that they walked off to the other shopping center. But go ahead. Why was your vehicle there?
Because I live there. My
Well, not according to
lives,
the co-op, you don't. So what's the
according
story?
to the co-op, my wife lives there. I was married in November, and I moved in with her. So
And
I've
the
been
co-op
there
just
since.
didn't know that you lived there?
No, they don't know. They don't have any passes or anything.
What, didn't it occur to you if you were moving in that you ought to let the management know that you live there and that you have a van and register your van so that they know that you're not just somebody from the neighborhood trying to take up a space? That didn't occur to you to do?
There's nothing in the bylaws that says you can't park there. There's nothing
Well, of course.
in the commercial.
I mean, seriously though, seriously.
private
property. No,
excuse me. Do I look like I need your help? I've been doing it without you my whole life.
Sorry.
Listen, just as a matter of common sense, you have now moved into a new place. It's a co-op. Forgive me for saying this, but co-ops tend to be a little tightly wound about their rules. It did not occur to you that it might be good to go and let them know I am living, if in fact you really are living there and really did get married in November and all that stuff, it didn't occur to you that it would be, can I see the ring? Okay. It didn't occur to you to go over there and say to them, hi, let me introduce myself, I've just moved into 3G, whatever it is. That didn't...
To go, they don't live there.
There's no management office in the co-op?
To get in touch with him, you have to leave that
You
night.
have to leave a message. Oh, that's a lot of work.
Well,
That's a lot
I
of
didn't.
work.
It was never acquired.
What do
it was never
you think
required
they're
from me
going to do
that.
if they see a car they don't recognize registered to somebody who they don't know about? What do you think's going to happen?
So does this dude have to tell the board that he's moving in?
Yes, he has to tell the board so they know not to tow his car.
What do you think?
Absolutely agreed.
So tough luck for this guy?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Going inside the courtroom.
Do you not understand that this was completely predictable?
No, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
well, it is. And
Okay.
until you realize that, you may get into this kind of trouble in the future. I'm worried about you, okay? All right. Now, you get a call from them. That's why you towed.
Correct.
But what's interesting here is what happens later. After the tow and after he pays you the $375, what happens?
Mr. Longo files a complaint with the town of Hempstead. The town of
Okay.
Hempstead, basically, they bullied me into giving half of Mr. Longo's money back.
What'd they say to you?
They said I should be licensed.
In order to tow in their town?
Correct.
And what did you say to them?
I said New York state law is very clear on that.
What is
That
New York state law so clear about?
If you park a car on private property for more than 96 hours without the permission of the property owner, you can be towed. No signs, no
Well, you
warning.
can be towed by whom is the question.
Anybody.
Anybody can tow you. Some
private-
complete stranger can come and
a
who's got a
private-
hitch. Any Yahoo with a hitch can tow you. Doesn't have to be a licensed
Well, it
tow
should be.
truck.
It should be a licensed tow company.
Okay, well, that's what they're saying. Why do you not have to be licensed?
Well, I have a New York state license.
Okay, but you don't have a license for their town. And what you're saying is what? That you don't need a license for their town?
No, because New York state law supersedes the town law.
Okay, show me the New York state law that says that you can tow, that Hempstead can't make a law that's more restrictive than New York state law.
They actually don't have it on the books.
That's right. In many, many different instances, a municipality can decide to be more restrictive than a state is, and it's perfectly legal. But tell me, how did they bully you?
They called me up and threatened me with summonses, and rather than...
So in order to not get summonses, you settled it
I settled
through
it
them.
in
All
the
right.
town of
And then
Hempstead.
now you're asking me to throw out a settlement because you don't feel like abiding by it, even though you got the benefit of the settlement by not getting summonses.
I didn't want to be inconvenienced by going back and forth to the town of Hempstead and appealing their decision if I lost.
So what you want to do is be a cheater, get the benefits of dealing with Hempstead on their terms, not get cited, not have to go through any heartache with them, and then collect your money anyway in violation of what you agreed to that day.
I wanted an outside opinion that had nothing to do with the town of Hempstead.
What would make you think that a just and reasonable judge would allow you to worm out of the settlement?
Honestly, I believe that the county judge
I don't
tilts
care.
towards...
I don't care if they were right or wrong. I don't think that you are right. I can tell you that I don't think that you are right. I think any municipality has a right to be more restrictive than the state if you want to do business in their municipality. And the problem that I'm having, way beyond that, because you and I can debate whether that helps you or doesn't help you, Hempstead's right, Hempstead's right, is irrelevant because you settled the case outside of court, got the benefit of why you settled, went ahead and collected the benefit of not being cited and having to pay fines, and then turned around and came and tried to renege on your deal. And you can't do that. I can't let you do that. I'm here to enforce settlements, not violate them. Verdict for the defendant. And on your counterclaim for him, against him for $700 for what?
Well, for the 200 that he shouldn't have gotten to begin with.
Oh, no, you don't. You want the
well-
200 that he shouldn't have gotten, you go, and that's, I'm sure, what the city told you. For that stop.
Okay, I can
Stop.
tell you exactly.
The city didn't say to you he had no right to tow you.
They did.
If you
Absolutely.
feel that he had no right to tow you and that was wrong, then you go tell the person who ordered, don't talk.
Okay.
Don't talk, just listen. The person who ordered him to tow and gave him the authority to tow, because there's no question that he had authority to tow from the owners, from the co-op board. So you go sue the co-op board for that $200, not him though, because you had a settlement too. And what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So no, you don't get to collect the $200. And the $500 is for what? For coming here today?
No, for the he had my truck. He had my truck for the whole day of Monday, and I couldn't use it. So,
I got an idea. Don't park it with people not knowing who you are.
but it was never noted.
But you know what? You have a remedy, and your remedy is to go complain to the people who authorized him to tow.
Okay.
Okay. And tell them I want my $200 reimbursed because you had no right. And according to them, you don't live there. That your wife is the person in the building next door, not even their building. But you go ahead and take it up with them because they're the people who gave him authority to tow. Okay. That's my judgment.
That's a bad tow job. And so you come out of this courtroom with nothing. What's your feeling coming out?
I didn't lose anything. I didn't win anything. I didn't lose anything.
You gave it the old college try. You were trying to win both ways. You already got your decision from the other judge.
But I didn't get paid for the entire tow.
All right, so you're going to keep just towing cars indiscriminately out there in town like that?
I'll be a little more careful this time.
Yeah. All right, right around the corner are some documents for you. All right, so you step in here, and what's your feeling coming out?
I think the judge was right, except that she should have reimbursed me for the 200.
So she should have given you.
Of course, but I think it was pretty fair. You know, it was he shouldn't have towed the car to begin with, and then he overcharged me, settled with the town, and me, and then came and tried to sue me for more money that he just made up.
All right, Harvey.
You know, this is kind of an interesting situation because this is a situation where cities are allowed to make harsher laws than the state makes. So the state, for example, I'll give you a different example. The state may have a law on smoking. It may say that you can only smoke in bars or whatever. Well, cities can say, we're going to say not only can you not smoke in office buildings or whatever, but you can't smoke in bars either, and you can't even smoke outside. So the city laws are becoming harsher and harsher on smoking, and they are much harsher than state laws. This is just the way the system works.